This low, smoky chamber is where the dry peak servals sleep. The simple creatures are very messy. The hall's full of clutter. There's a fire pit in the center of the room. Though this area is dry and hot, during the day it gets red cold at night. You meet a serval, one of many you have met before. Servals are the most loyal and useful of the shape of servants, intelligent enough to work independently but not smart enough to rebel. Yet. Servals are about 5 feet tall and heavily built. They're designed to be very agile and muscular. This one looks up to you with a standard calm, blind face and says, "Yes, Shaper, how can I serve?" Its clothes are very dirty. Probably spent all the time working the fields. "What are you doing now?" "I wait for commands, Shaper. I do what you want." "How are you feeling?" It's so hard to think about a question for minutes. "I am... well, how do you feel about having to work?" I... The serval is very confused. They're made to not be very smart. That's all for now. Thanks. This belongs to somebody. Just a generic serval. God. Boom, 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 boom. This is the entrance to Dry Peak's mine. With great effort, servals bring iron ore and occasionally valuable useful crystals from the earth. There are no servals going in and out, though, and the mine carts look like they haven't been used in several months. The mine is dark, and you think you can hear unpleasant hissing come from within. It appears from the ropes you met outside Dry Peak and taking up residence elsewhere, too. Joy. Well, if nothing else, we're posted to discipline servals who show disobedience, I think it said. Yeesh. There are a few patches of crops here, part of Dry Peak's pitiful attempt to be self-sufficient. These tired plants will shape its best effort to create grain that can grow here. They just couldn't figure it out. There are several servals working in the fields. Servals are probably the greatest creation of the Shapers. Small, strong, slightly smart, endlessly obedient. They are most important workers and servants. Sometimes some Shapers worry the servals are too intelligent, too independent to be trusted. Looking at the creature working here, sounds obedient and happy. It sounds weird that this could be true. Nothing of interesting. I won't do that. Huh. I can't seem to find this unusually intelligent one. Whatever. See, apparently I could quick save before, but that was before they decided that. Remove from this button. I want my quick saving back. Dry Peak Warren. Let's go there. Those are turrets? They're grown a bit more handy. You enter the Dry Peak Warrens. This would have been the first installation built when the Shapers started to settle this area. It was here that all the life forms that settled the area were created. The entry hall is guarded by the turrets. These immobile, fleshy creatures are created by Shapers and can shoot vicious thorns at intruders at a remarkable rate. Considering how miserable and poor this area is, this one is surprisingly well maintained. If you walk further in, you should meet Zachary, and half of your mission in here will be complete. You know, this series could use a bit more music. Just saying. Elite Warrior. I guess stuff in this also belongs to... Yeah, it also belongs to somebody. Oh well, at least the coins in there didn't belong to anybody. So I guess I get to keep those. Oh. You finally come face to face with Zachary, the leader of the settlement of Dry Peak. He's old and tired. He stands hunched over and his skin is dry and wrinkled. His hands shake slightly. He looks like you would expect for someone who's been leading a battered, failing colony. He's surprised by the number of guardians around him, both guardians and turrets. He's prepared for a considerable assault. When you approach, both he and Shani turn to face you. Now that my apprentice is here, Shani says, we can begin our meeting. Shani presents a scroll to Zachary. Here are my orders, fellow Shaper. I have been sent by the council to speak with you and Basal about this colony's progress and future. Hope this will not cause you much trouble. Zachary shakes his head. The news, as you can see, is bleak. Basal is dead. The colony is still failing, but I believe with work it can be successful. That's all. You can return to the council with that news. There's a long silence. Huh. Shan says, I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sorry to hear about Basal. I need more information than to return to my superiors. I assume I'm free to explore? I would be pleased if you would, Zachary says. He clearly doesn't mean it. And since the area is dangerous, I'll make sure my guards escort you, for your own safety. I'll also make quarters for you in Dry Peak near the road out. Shan says, then I will rest. Begin exploration soon. Thank you for your help. They bow to each other and Shan starts to leave. As passes you, she leans close and says, no others, you yourselves. These people are hiding something. Look around and come to meet me in our quarters near the south end of town. Then she leaves. As she does, you notice the Zachary exhales relief. He was nervous. Yeah, as I said before, I was figured that something was... Oh. Yeah, no unauthorized entry. I'll be going this way instead then. Thank you very much. Experimental halls. Well, I guess I'm allowed to go here, right? Ooh, these. Hey, this man is instantly recognizable as a research shaver. The filthy and torn robes, the burns, the nervousness which springs from the constant fear of being eaten by an experiment misfire, all clear signs. He seems uncomfortable that you found him back here, but he's still polite. I am Tiela. Welcome to the Dry Peak Research Labs. How long have you been researching here? Years and years and years. Far before Zachary arrived. Remember that? Long before. Before the Zachary arrived? What does that have to do with it? I just thought it would be useful information. I'll ask for research for good life forms to populate the area going. It hasn't. We have too many problems as it is because of the rogue attacks. Another question. Do you think you can train me? Yes. Shaper. Zachary has told me to be helpful. Would you like to learn about spell secretions? Shaping. Let me get back to you on that. This is the Shaping Hall, where shapers concentrate on remaking living things to suit their purposes. Such research usually takes the form of taking a live creation and doing something magical to it. If it makes the creature better or stronger, they remember what they did. If it has the opposite effect, they don't do that again. It is a crude method, but it works. If the shapers ever figure out how to modify a living thing precisely, it would be a major advancement. This hall shows some signs of heavy use. Booted feet have worn tracks from the floor. Many experiments have taken place here. From the looks of the desolate landscape outside, those efforts have been futile. There are several alcoves and walls used to hold creations before they are used for experiments or sent to do jobs. This hulking creature is a battle alpha. These creatures are the favored shock troops of the Shaper forces. They're huge, strong, and brutal. They also communicate primarily through grunts, growls, and gurgles. They're not reliable sources of conversation. Oh hey, a lever! Let's pull it. Why? Why the frick not? You find a journal of shaping techniques, an instruction mainly regarding fire creatures. You may not have received permission to read this stuff, but you were told to investigate. That's a good enough excuse. You created the necessary concept book. You now know how to create a Fiora. Suddenly, just behind you hear an angry hiss and the sound of worm skin moving on the stone floor. You turn around and see that you're being ambushed. Creation spontaneously going rogue doesn't happen often, but it does happen, and it appears to be happening now. Jesus. Okay, they're both going rogue. Ah! Jasper, you take care of this. Oh god. Ah! Oh! Help! Help! You have fun with that! Well, that was awful! So yeah. Yeah, welcome back to the world of the living. Sorry about the whole throwing you for the door for the worms, but you know, it was a tactically sound move. Now let's check what else was in there now that the worms are dead. Or maybe not so dead. Ah! Yeah. Okay.